we go down to B Division for a matchup between the Reapers and the Street Force. Welcome to the Rshl Listen here as we get along really nearing the halfway point of the season. Street Force had to dig down deep into C Division to keep their team going, had to borrow members of the Mighty Viking Devils, the current C Division champions, to try to help them out. And scoring has been quite scarce among them, but with the roster stretched thin, they are definitely going to need some support from some of the more veteran members. Reapers trying to fight for that top spot along with the Tropical Depression, who just came out with a win over the Zambronis. Let's go to the breakdown, and we'll start with the Reapers. I'm going to watch for Zach Smith, playmaker of the team, 5 assists. Those are his only points of the team so far, but it has been enough to help them out. I'm going to watch for those snipers, but they have been dealing with injuries. Luckily, they haven't been serious, as they do have Mike Rich and Jeremy Ritter back on the team. For the Street Force, we're going to go with Joshua Waters, big guy, grinder of the team. He did come out with a big performance earlier with the Mighty Viking Devils in their game today. So watch for him to go grinding down deep. Look for the stick handling of some of the forwards. They have some very impressive skills, but because of that stretched roster, their depth has been pretty thin. So with that, we're about ready for the ball drop, and it is next. We are now underway in this B Division matchup. Off the boards, trying to go for a straight attack. He goes down. No call from either official as Mark Kamoshi drops it off. They do get across the line, and Noah Lewis lights it up, intended for Zach Smith. Long shot by Ron Jeffrey, and it reaches Stan Gilwood. Schroeder, right side facing Parlanti, going to Ritter, gets a return, gets forced to the right corner, centers up, can't get it on net, knocked away. Smith back to Justison, and that's a stop. Nathan Wilson, one of the borrowed members of the Mighty Viking Devils. Coscarelli, left corner. You hear Greg Parlanti directing traffic, and now he'll go point. He'll give a return. Wilson, left circle, backhand. That's partially blocked, and it reaches Gilliland.
It's so funny. Take point. You're a distraction. Get out of here.
That one flies to the left corner. Mike Rich picks it up. Trying to fight off Coscarelli, and now he'll direct it towards the opposite boards. Berriman tries center up. Score for Mike Rich. And he gets a quick first goal for the Reapers. Mike Rich will get his first of the season, and that's only his second point. And now he'll take it towards the right circle, centers up, intended for Berriman. He'll pick it up, backhanded it back behind the net. Mike Rich just scoring the goal, and now back to Reich. Centers up, and a save by Kamoshi. Greg Parlanti back in his own zone, will play it off the boards, and down the floor he'll get a change. Reich will pick it up behind his net. Taking a look at options, goes to Berriman. Knocked away though, but it will go down the floor. Waters just leaves it as Behrman picks it back up. Ron Jeffrey trying to clear, but it's over to Reich. Shot was blocked. Back to Reich again. He'll drop it. Ireland with a shot. Saved by Kamoshi through traffic, and he holds on.
Good pass,
And of the Street Force, only 3 goals have been registered among the team. And that doesn't really help the save percentage of Mark Kamoshi, who's coming in at 78%. But here's a chance by Nate Wilson. He scores! One-handed! Nathan Wilson ties it up! 1-0. That shows the arm strength of Nate Wilson. He shows tremendous stick handling. And that's why he's among one of the best scorers among the Viking Devils. And with that, that will give him his second among the Street Force. And that ball goes to the left corner. He'll reverse it behind the net with Zach Smith chasing behind him. Takes a poke check, up in the air goes. Knocked down. Wilson again, trying to break through, does get around Schroeder. I think they were offside anyway. As Joshua Waters behind the net. Takes a look, gets around Zach Smith. Next, will go across. Holds up, tries to cross back again. Right circle, centers, swatted. Now battle in the corner, behind to Nathan Wilson. Wilson gets around, tried to send it upwards, but missed his man, and is over to Zach Smith. Smith tries a shot high and wide. Picked up on the right circle, facing Ron Jeffrey. Beats it up to Ritter. And by the way, Jeremy Ritter, also a member of the Viking Devils, but he is permanently assigned to the Reapers, so he can't really help his own team for an enemy. As that one goes across the crease. It'll be picked up by Jeffrey, trying to clear it out. He does, and now a breakaway the other way. Take a look, shot, saved by Gillen. Try to rebound, unable. He didn't really need the speed, but he did get a shot on net. As they're forced to the outside towards the corner by Joshua Waters. Over to Reich, who's wide open. Centers, shot it wide, and Joshua Waters clears it. Reich again, now dodging through gray jerseys. Shot goes wide. Back to Smith. We'll feed it back to Mel Lewis. Lewis, low shot, blocked. Zach Smith holds up on the left boards. Now we'll feed it behind the net to Reich. Reich will just go upwards towards the circle again. We'll reset. We'll cross over to Mel Lewis on the opposite circle. Try shot blocked, and it goes to the ceiling, and we will have a face-off.
What are the odds of those white little overdose? Nice job, baby.
And toss up for control. Shot by Ireland goes wide. Waters trying to clear him, has to fight off Mike Rich. Over to Behrman, over to Rich again, centers to Reich. Takes a bump, goes back to Ireland. Goes right corner, picked up by Parlanti. Will take it behind his own net. Takes a poke, but escapes. Will feed it across the Coscarelli. But a little too far ahead. Ireland picks it up. Coscarelli trying to fight for control. They'll take it to the corner to settle it. Nathan Wilson. Trying to get around Ryan Reich, but he is just as good as a player as him. Facing Parlanti's shot, blocker save. Joshua Waters trying to go around, picked up by Mike Rich. He'll take it to the right corner and I'll feed it to Ireland. Greg Parlanti feeds left to Coscarelli. Can't get through Ireland. He takes a poke check. That's just enough for the forecheck to be successful. Now look at Eric Justison forced down the floor, and it will be picked up by Ryan Reich behind his net. He'll wait for everyone to rearrange. And now we'll go upwards as Ron Jeffrey tried to swat it, but it's going to go down to Mike Rich on the right corner. He hears a call from Schroeder, but he's going to take it himself, but that just runs into Nathan Wilson. Here's a shot saved by Kamoshi. As Nathan Wilson will walk it up, looking at three. They'll get a change on the fly. He'll take it himself, left circle, trying to break through, can't get through, but it goes back to Josh Waters at the point, and shot goes a little wide. Will be picked up by Eric Justison. Plays off the boards and finds his man, who we are welcoming back, Alec Justison. He centers up, shot saved by Kamoshi. It's been a long time since we've seen Alec Justison on the floor. Father and son team, and now goes to Eric Justison. He'll go behind the net, poked away by Kamoshi. Gives it up to Alec Justison. Centers up, runs into, it looks like Coscarelli. As Nathan Wilson tries to break through, unable, he has to tag up, and they are forced to go away to Eric Justison, back to Schroeder. Zach Smith does get across, tries to go to Ritter, and Ritter goes down, no call from the officials. He loses his stick, forced to kick it away, and now gets around Eric Justison looking at a 2-on-1. Right circle, shot saved by Gillen, and he holds on. Won by Nathan Wilson, back to the point. Quick shot by Jeffrey, but that's blocked. Holding on, looking at Ritter. They may be teammates in the C League, but not this time. As he just kept the stick down below the shoulders. Zach Smith the other way on a 3-on-2. Not really rushing, as that is a save by Kamoshi down low. As we approach 3:15 in the first period, we are still tied at 1. Won by the Reapers. Behrman tries to get control, but he'll go back to Ireland. Fighting off some back checking, and now goes over to Ryan Reich. Reich being forced to the corner by Nathan Wilson, and that gives the Street Force a chance to break through. He almost broke through, but left the ball behind. Gets some help from Coscarelli down to the left corner. Coscarelli runs into traffic, and now they're forcing their way back by Mill Lewis, and tried to get a feed to the slot, but was tied up with a stick lift. Mike Rich walking up left corner will drop it to Reich. Looking at Nathan Wilson, gets around Wilson, tries a shot, saved by Kamoshi. That almost squeaked through. Face off one by Reich, shot just a little wide. That was a powerful shot from Mike Rich. On the corner, warning him of Reich coming in. Mike Rich gets it in the left circle. We'll drop it to Reich, he'll feed it back to the point to Eric Justison. Justison will go to Schroeder on the opposite point. Winds up, shot just a little wide. He was looking at a lot of traffic. It kicked back by Justison over to Reich. Looking in the left corner. They're trying to force him outside. Now a shot by Behrman. He scores! Out of Behrman gives the Reapers their lead back 2-1 as we approach the 1 minute mark.
Just finish up the first.
And the Reapers are going to let them finish the shift with a minute remaining. They're going to have to try to fight off that fatigue from the shift. But they think they have enough to push it, as that one was partially blocked. It was picked up by Greg Parlanti in his own circle, facing Mike Rich. And now we'll loft it up, intended for Nathan Wilson, but forced back by Eric Justison as he unintentionally tripped over Nathan Wilson at a shot, but that was offside as Nathan did not get back to the line in time. Let's see if they have time for another face-off, as we got 13 seconds left on the clock. They're going to have to drop the ball quickly here. We got 5 seconds. Nathan Wilson just trying to drag it out. And that pretty much did the job as the clock expires. So after one pretty close game, as the Reapers come out with a 2-1 lead after one.
I think actually, honestly, I think it was like 22.
Getting ready for the second period, and Behrman with his second of the season, as he now has the go-ahead goal.
He doesn't mean to. He just puts.
And toss up, it'll go to Nathan Wilson, but unable to break through. Here is Ritter, and that one partially blocked as it goes wide, and Kamoshi not taking any chances.
20 bucks.
And that's won by Ritter. Smith dealing with Coscarelli, now gives it back to Ritter. Centers up for Alec Justison, but was blocked by Waters. Ron Jeffrey on the right corner, tried to center up, nobody there. Here is a shot, and that is blocked. Second chance high. They try to get a third, unable, but here is Smith. That one goes high and wide. Now we got a flurry coming from the Reapers. Another one goes through the slot, and Coscarelli will drive it out of danger. Takes a poke check, but he does his job getting it across the line. But taken away by Smith. Smith going right circle, feed slot, and a bouncer goes to the glove of Kamoshi. That shot coming from Ritter. And now we have a lot of shots coming from the Reapers. We had a 3-shot flurry there. And back over, who's going to get it? It is Ireland. Over to Mel Lewis. Tries a shot that is blocked. Jeffrey trying to clear. Unable. Here's Ireland with a shot and it's blocked. And now tries to feed it to the slot. Nobody there. Alec Justison. Left circle. Poked away. And the Street Force trying to get it out once again. Trying to feed it to Wilson. Now battle for control, 2-on-1. Taken away by Ireland for the Reapers. He'll play it upwards. Nobody there to pick it up, and Joshua Waters will steer backwards. Plays it off the boards over to Nathan Wilson. Trying to get him in the middle for change. And trying to fight off Zach Smith, but he is just too big of a guy to get around. Right over to Rich. Feeds it to Wright. Facing one, goes to Behrman. He's got one shot, save, second chance, and another save. Backhanded down the floor to the corner. We'll try to go to Nathan Wilson, but he is getting double teamed. Was facing Wright, now to Schroeder. Gets through, Wright leaves him in the dust. Tries to go, and he lost control behind the net. He goes down, and a penalty coming up. And this one maybe going against Ryan Reich. So the dandy work from Nathan Wilson draws the penalty with 11:08 in the second period. And Street Force out of control, goes back over to Joshua Waters. Rshl went way wide, but gets it to Wilson. Shot saved by Gilliland. Schroeder trying to clear. It'll go to Ron Jeffrey trying to fight off Mike Rich. We'll give it to Nathan Wilson. Gets around Behrman. Outside the slot. Just a lot of traffic in the slide and now forced to go around the boards. Intended for Jeffrey. Rich had it for a moment. Now fed back to Waters. Shot blocked. Left corner. And now holding on, waiting for a lane, goes back to Jeffrey, gets the return. Looking at Schroeder on the left corner. And everybody telling everybody to get moving. They need to open up a lane, and now it goes back over to Jeffrey. He tries a shot, that is blocked and cleared down the floor. Kamoshi coming way out. But Jeffrey says no need to. And whoa, was that offside? They say no. Wow, close call for the Street Force. Here's Nathan Wilson. Tries to feed it across, unable, and back down it goes. 45 remaining on the penalty. Oh, look out!
Hold it!
Some sloppy work on behind the line as Eric Justison will give it up. That's Jeremy Ritter, will force it to the left corner. Ritter with speed. And they're coming in short-handed. We'll go to the outside of the slot.
Take it back to our side.
15 seconds left on the penalty. Gets away from Wilson and now takes a shove from Jeffrey. Alec Justison behind the net. They're doing their job killing time with 5 seconds left. Poked out. Kept in by Schroeder, and Reich is out of the box. And a successful penalty kill. There's a bit of sloppy work on the power play units.
T-change!
As they go all the way down, Eric Justison gives it up over to Schroeder. We'll feed it up to Alec Justison. Lost control, and Jeffrey is going to force it back in. Alec Justison took a poke but escapes outside the slot, and that one is wide of the net. Sliding across, and that one hits the ceiling, and we get a stoppage. You can hear the whole Street Force team yelling at him, just move around, open up a lane, but just nobody did anything. And back over to Rich. Well, that was deflected, but a toe save by Kamoshi. Reich on the right circle. Tried the shot, saved by Kamoshi. Trying to get a rebound. The whistle blew. Official Tim Corrigan thought that Kamoshi had it in his glove, but once that whistle blows, play stops. Reich against Nathan Wilson. Reich wins this one. Smith with a shot wide the net, and Rich tried to play off the rebound. He'll go back to the point to Ireland. Plays it off. It has a shot by Lewis, and that is the save by Kamoshi. Smith tries a backhand. Maybe he was trying to look for a tip from Reich. Look at, whoa, look out, and that one just deflected off of Greg Berlanti and almost into his own net.
Good backhand.
And another face-off win by Reich. Here's a shot. Tried to look for a deflection, but knocked away by Jeffrey. Gave it away. Shot, it goes wide the net. Reich will once again pick it up, looking at Coscarelli. We'll feed it back over to Lewis. He'll get a return, but knocked away by Coscarelli. Trying to go through center. He does. Looking at Ireland. 3 defenders. Will try to feed it to himself to the left corner, but just doesn't have the speed. But it does go back to Jeffrey. And here comes Reich the other way. Left it behind, but we'll gather it back up. tries a backhand pass, knocked away by Parlanti. Nathan Wilson trying to get around, unable. Lewis over to Rich. Getting pestered by Parlanti, feeds it back over to Lewis. We'll play it over to Reich, but it does go to Adam Behrman. Shot and a save by Kamoshi, and he covers with 6 remaining. The back checking has just made work difficult for the Street Force, as they are just having a hard time trying to find any kind of lane. And now it's back over to Zach Smith. Plays over to Schroeder. Shot goes wide of the net. Feeds into the slot. Unable to get through. Smith tries again, but it goes over to Coscarelli trying to split the D. Is forced back to the circle. Like I said, that back check just forcing them to the outside where they have worse angle.
Got time!
And here's Schroeder behind the net waiting. And now we'll play it off. But it hits the netting, and that gives Coscarelli an advantage, but goes back over to Smith.
One more.
Trying to go to Ritter, trying to break through. He slides into, looking for a whistle, no one called. And that one goes to the left corner as a pad comes off. Centers it to the slot. He's tripped, and yes, there will be a penalty against the Street Force.
I know, I'm not going to feed it.
Hey, Ryan's got a game at 8 o'clock. He needs to stay on the bench.
And so it'll be Greg Parlanti called for the trip, and the Reapers will get their first power play. Toss up, it'll go back to Waters. He clears it down the floor. And Gillen will just come out and drop it off to Schroeder. So they may not have had a good power play. Let's see if they got a better penalty kill. Goes over to Smith.
Set it up.
And looking at a lot of gray jerseys. Now we'll play it back over to Schroeder. From the boards, tried a shot, left it, and does get one, but the guy goes wide of the net. Nathan Wilson picks it up, and he'll loft it out. And Schroeder will play it back as the Reapers make a change to their power play unit. Smith goes over to Alec Justison. And he almost went down, but gets it to Reich, and a save by Kamoshi, and Waters once again clears it out. And they're still in the middle of a change. A little miscommunication. They thought they were going to finish a change, but now they're going to finish it. Just a little bit of miscommunication just killed some time on that power play. And here is Mike Rich, intended for Behrman. He's just going to push it back down the floor. Gillen drops it off for Reich, with 30 seconds remaining on the power play. Gets around Wilson, drops it to Rich. Back and forth to Ritter, and blocked. A stick going high, a shot and a save by Kamoshi. With 15 seconds remaining, and we'll see if they have any time remaining on that power play. Looks like they will get at least 5 seconds. That's one by Wilson, and the power play is over. Back and forth in the left corner, trying to feed it to Ritter. He couldn't handle the pass. Everybody fighting for it now, and it's over to Rich. He'll feed it back to Ireland. Here's Rich, winds up, tries a shot wide of the net, and Jeffrey will push it back down the floor. He's trying to beat the icing, but he just doesn't have the speed to beat it.
We need 2D. We got 4 out here.
Well, so far the shooting advantage has been heavily to the Reapers. They've been getting almost every single chance on a lot of possession time for sure. There's another shot just wide of the net. Mike Rich back over to Reich, swatted away, trying to get it. A flurry over at the crease, and that pops out to the corner. Knocked down, trying to push it across. Coscarelli does get it through, but they have to hold up. Nathan Wilson trying to dance around, and that's not going to work this time. Here's Mike Rich the other way. Beats back over to Reich. Winds up, fakes it, sliding, and Behrman could not get a shot off. Reich on the left corner. Long way Coscarelli does escape towards the slot. There's a shot by Rich, and that one will be covered up with a minute remaining.
A little bit.
And trying to get around. It was Nathan Wilson, forced to the boards, does get it back. And that was quite a wild shot going down. Now Nathan Wilson having trouble controlling it. Here they come the other way, 2-on-2. Feeds it to the slot. As Ritter tried to handle it, but is forced to the corner by Parlanti. Parlanti gets it with 12 seconds left. He'll just feed it down to the left corner with Eric Justin feeding it over to Mel Lewis. 3 seconds. Are they going to have time for one shot? Tries again, but that's going to go wide and time expires. So after two, no change on the scoreboard, but the possession has been to the Reapers for most of the game. 2-1 after two. As we get set for the third period, the Reapers just finding possession of that ball for most of the game. It's mostly because of the back checking. They have just cut off those lanes, and they pretty much know what Nathan Wilson is going to do with his stick handling and are anticipating it. Zach Smith trying to push forward. We'll feed it back to Eric Justin. He has to go back behind the red line. And he'll just push it back down to the corner as Greg Parlanti will take it up and he'll feed it over to Coscarelli. Coscarelli looking at a double team with Ritter and Schroeder. Ritter will take it up. Ritter gets across, goes over to Alec Justin, stepped on the ball, left it behind. And Coscarelli going across, but he was offside.
Hey, Alec, you keep taking it. He's starting to run.
As Nathan Wilson was trying to push through on the face-off dot, and it's down the floor. Gilliland will just play it over to the corner with Eric Justison. But Street Force do finally have possession. Tries to go up close, knocked away by Schroeder. Schroeder will play it around, but it'll be picked up by Coscarelli. Coscarelli attended the return pass, but it goes back to Schroeder. And Josh Waters, breakaway for Alec Justison. Shot, score! Welcome back, Alec Justison! 3-1 Reapers.
Yeah, baby.
You don't know how much we missed seeing that from Alec Justison. As Ireland plays off the boards, they'll go over to Joshua Waters, will go over to Coscarelli at the center line. And he'll feed it over to Nathan Wilson on the opposite corner. Back to Coscarelli on the right circle. Now we'll feed it upwards, intended for Wilson. And we'll clear it up. Joshua Waters has to retreat. And over to Nathan Wilson on the right end of the line, but blocked. And here's Adam Behrman. Feeds it to Reich on the slot. Shot, save by Kamoshi. He'll hold on. And it'll go over to the Street Force as they just need to find a way to push through here, as almost every single lane they've had has been blocked up. And now getting tangled up on a double team. Here is Adam Behrman the other way facing Jeffrey. Now feed it back over to Reich. He'll go across. Or to Mel Lewis, gets a return. Shot saved by, oh, loose ball. He scores! This one should be going to Adam Behrman. That would be his second of the game. As it is now 4-1 Reapers. It all came down to a rebound, and it was a mad scramble on everyone's part. As Lewis will just hold on, and now will feed it up over to his left. Here's Reich, just outside the slot, off the foot of Waters. Over to the corner, involving Mike Rich, and now Waters moving in. Here's a shot by Ireland that goes wide. And that one towards the slot, and Kamoshi is just going to hold on. And that one went straight to Parlanti, but Smith is going to get a shot and a save by Kamoshi.
They don't have the desire to even chase it now.
I don't know if I do either.
I mean, we got the lead, so what the hell? I think we can just work it. You're going to work it, break it.
Back it goes to Lewis. Shot just a little wide. That might have gotten Kamoshi on the way. Parlanti. You know that he wants to get on the scoring column. And as a matter of fact, I think he is with an assist. As Schroeder will reset. Ritter goes right to Alec Justison, who's got first goal in quite a long time. And that one going around the boards. That'll go over to Zach Smith. He'll poke it back to Eric Justison. Here's Alec Justison just wide the net. Smith on the left circle along the boards, feeds it over, intended to Ritter, but it'll be Coscarelli. He'll send it over to the center, and a weak pass, but he does knock it back down on the return. But Schroeder will pick it up, and Alec Justison the other way. Zach Smith walks it up towards the left circle, facing Ron Jeffrey. Here's Ritter, shot, saved by Kamoshi. Now battle in the slot. It'll go back to the Reapers. Alex Justison will play it back, intended for Schroeder, but that was too weak of a pass. Trying to touch up, trying to make sure he stays on side. He is, but at the cost of possession, which has been a huge problem for the Street Force this game. It's Smith with a shot and a save by Kamoshi coming from the left circle. Here's a shot by Ritter. That's high and wide. And another shot, that's blocked. Everybody fight for it. He scores! Jeremy Ritter now gets it a 4-goal deficit, 5-1 as we are halfway through the third. And again, the Reapers get possession. as Ireland will just push it to the right corner. Berlanti picks it up. And Ron Jeffrey waiting for everybody to rearrange, intended for Nathan Wilson, but he will get a man across the line and sliced by Rich, and it will go over to Ryan Reich, and he'll just feed it over to Mel Lewis, who will play it upwards to his left over to Behrman. Behrman just outside the circle. Now we'll go across over to Reich. Shot and a stick save by Kamoshi. Yeah, he needs more of those. As Ireland taking a look, wrap around. And that was a close call. It hit a bunch of bodies, and another save made by Kamoshi. Ireland will play it back. Goes over to Reich at the point. Crosses back to Ireland. Shot. Save by Kamoshi.
Get on a stick and the next one sniping. Little tap on the board, ball goes behind the other guy.
And the shot clock is heavily in favor of the Reapers. The Street Force have only got 13 shots on net. And that one just goes off of Kamoshi, and the Reapers are now pretty much crossing the 40 shot mark. And that pretty much tells you how possession has been this whole game. Behind the net, knocked it back by Parlanti over to Jeffrey. It's Joshua Waters moving in, does find a man, but they just push it across. Right now it's just been a struggle just to get outside their zone. They haven't had a chance to get on the attack. From what I see, only 2 shots on net this period for the Street Force. As Parlanti tried to move in, but leaves it for Rich. He can't get a handle on it, and back over to Nathan Wilson. Here's a call, trying to stick his way through. Tries to set her to Waters, unable to settle it down. Parlanti trying to move in, but Ritter going across, avoids the stick. Tries a shot, he scores! Jeremy Ritter once again puts one up. 6-1 Reapers with 4 minutes remaining in the third. Won by the Reapers again, and it'll go back over to Eric Justison. Plays it all at the boards, intercepted. And something that the Street Force definitely need. And here is Alec Justison the other way. Facing Coscarelli, taking a stick, goes to the corner. Fighting for possession, now goes behind the net, tries to feed over to Smith. And that one just driven to the outside. Alec Justison once again keeping possession for the Reapers. Coscarelli trying to clear it out. A second attempt, unable. Here's Ritter again. He's got 2 for the game. Backhand. Second chance. That one goes behind the net. And what is Mark Kamoshi doing? He's actually looking at the plane. That's not what he's supposed to be doing, but he does make a stop anyway. And Smith goes back to Alec Justison. That shot goes wide of the net. Nathan Wilson will pick it up. And the Street Force just looking for any kind of offense. And that one poked away, but does find a friendly face. And that one pushes the corner. Nobody there. Schroeder goes up as Parlanti moving in, trying to fight off Alec Justison, but Justison wins the battle. Gets around another, but Parlanti will pick it up, trying to avoid Zach Smith. Everybody on the Street Force trying to tag up, but life being difficult with Zach Smith looming over. Now backhands it blindly and over to Alec Justison. That's blocked. And we got a whistle. What do we got here? Did it hit the ceiling? Yeah, I think it may have. That's one. Yeah. And because we have a 5-goal deficit, that clock is going to continue to run. Reich wins another face-off. Back over to Lewis. will just feed it down the floor over to Zach Smith, taking a bump from Ron Jeffrey. Jeffrey cutting him off and will take it away. Off the boards, and they are just going to push it out. At this point, the Street Force, not much that they can do with as we approach the 1 minute mark of the third period. Reapers will come away with a win on this one with a big deficit. Bearman will feed right over to Rich. He'll go backward facing Waters, and yeah, he's just going to kill the clock. They'll play over to Mel Lewis. That's pretty much all they're going to do. They're just going to kill the remainder of the clock. As Lewis just holding on, and now we'll give it to Bearman, and we'll just tip it down the floor. And Jeffrey not even bothering to urge on anyone. There's really no point of it. Stick down by Alex Dustin. Yeah, this minute is pretty much.
Do the dance.
Yeah, they're not giving me much to commentate on now. Everybody's just standing around, just doing nothing. They're not going to bother. So we'll just say that the Reapers are going to now go to 3-2, and will now tie the Zambronis for second place. And the Street Force still struggling to find any offense from their end. So with that, we'll be back with a wrap-up.
There might be some other ones. This one.
Well, we thought we pretty much were going to have an even game, but everything just fell apart in the third period for the Street Force. Just no lanes to go to, and they had pretty much lost their composure. Just almost no offense coming from their end. The Reapers will move up to 3-2 and tie the Zambronis for second place, with the Tropical Depression taking first place. But the Street Force are really going to have to do an overhaul in that lineup, as now they've only got like 4 goals during the whole season. So that'll do it for this week. We got more coming up for you from XL Sports World. This is Daniel Wilson. We'll see you next time around. The RSHL is supported by AllBlackHockeySticks.com. The stick of choice for many players of the RSHL is a very light and durable stick for only $89. AllBlackHockeySticks.com.